Welcome to the podcast. Today we'll talk about the subject of betrayal of friendship, and this is a real story of that has a profound emotional psychological impact. It is valid because it happens, and it's not about money. It's actually about shattering of trust and violation of the sanctity and sacred friendship. And the attack is a core uh, of the identity here. So um, there are similar events here and there, and you can, if you want to read there are victim reports. And in the psychology, there are patterns that fit such a state, and also even in the classic literature. So it's like the con artist or grifter playbook. Okay, so what we describe here is a long con in a microcosm. So what happened is that guy is very intelligent. He had an agenda. He was planning for this for a long time, and he just leaned on the friendship of the other person, who's not. We'll not say it's naive. It's that person was seeking a true friendship, and then this is what happened. Uh, uh, Astonishment of the victim. And this is what happened. But they were gaslighted and fried, so to speak, by such a behavior from their friend. So I did something from media example. The Tinder swindler, while romantic core principle is identical, Simon Leviev built elaborate, intense, and seemingly genuine relationships with women, making them feel incredibly special and loved. And he then created a crisis to manipulate them into giving him vast sums of money. The betrayal wasn't just financial, it was the destruction of a reality he had carefully constructed for them. Your friendship that is the friendship that we're talking about now, that is small scale version of this. There are also reports on forums like Reddit, Survive Betrayal, on channels like Survive Betrayals on Reddit, r//forward/ relationships are. If you want to read it on Reddit, you can just go there and read it. If you have been ever betrayed, and you can relate to this experience, it's not something that only one person has encountered. Many persons has encountered this in the real world. Especially, we are living in a past civilization, and people are in need of money, uh, direly need of money. Not only need of money, direly need of money, and then just they don't know how to get the money for their day to day, like grocery, or even to pay for a shelter, or pay transportation to go to work, or even to eat. So all of these things are pressures. So I'm not justifying the act of betrayal, but I'm just saying that this might be one of the reasons why that person has betrayed, or it might be that this person has the habit of stealing from others, making schemes and these things. Now, if we analyze and validate the feelings, uh, because the person who there are two persons in the friendship, and the person who was the victim was fascinated, and by this other person, and then they put them on a very high pedestal. And this is the natural response to someone loving. It's called love bombing you with intense friendship. So the other person, the person who betrayed, was love bombing uh, with intense friendship. So it's not the fault of the victim here because they were presenting a perfect version of themselves that was designed to fascinate. So in this case, uh, they were tricked into this. So the feeling, uh, I think that I have would have prevented this. So you have a feeling of guilt, meaning that you are feeling that I should have prevented this from happening. How naive I was that I was tricked. Uh, this is a classic trauma response called counterfactual thinking, counterfactual thinking, or if only loop. So this loops. What if I did this? Why didn't I do that? So these things, and the hard truth is you couldn't have prevented it because you were operating in good faith. So if you're operating in good faith, then you could not have prevented it. So what about the intuition? The intuition actually was screaming to you, and there were signs there, and but the mind itself was still convinced about the goodness of the other person. Um, uh, so what happened here is again we have the emotions and the intuition. The intuition actually, not the emotions. The intuition was screaming, "Stop the relation! Be careful! This person has bad intentions towards you. He's plotting something." But what happened is that the mind said, "No, no, 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 go away. You are not right. You're only intuition. You don't. You are not building things on logic." The logic says, in this case, the mind is right. The logic says that he's good to you, he's love bombing you, and all these indications will lead you directly. If we take this logic to, okay, he's a good person. His behavior actually is good to me, so he will not hurt me. But the intuition is saying no. Please stop it. Be careful. Okay. Now, the remedy, we'll talk about remedy now, having talked about the whole case where this person just came to the house, sit and found it. I'll give you an example now. Sit in the room, and then while the two of them were having a very nice conversation, talking and enjoying the time, uh, the victim went out either to the kitchen or so whatever he wanted to do, and then while coming back, when he opened the door, he saw the hand of the of the of the other person in his purse, and that other person was, oh, I was searching for for tissue or something. So yeah, I was searching for tissue. So so still he had intuition was crying. Oh, why his hand was inside your purse? He's trying to take something from it, but still the mind is in that paradigm of he's good. So it's logic. Logic is built on axioms. Axioms might be right or wrong. So you can build fallacies from nothing. So in this case, this was the consequence of that. So uh, we should have relied on intuition so that we would not be in such a bad place. So the remedy is to stop any contacts very nicely, block the person on WhatsApp, on social media, and on the phone itself. So because every time you go back to them, you'll be in the loop of addiction. So if you are still having these emotions to that person, even he stole from you, or she stole from you, or they stole from you, you will always have this dopamine hit, as we discussed earlier in our other podcast, because and it can cause you addiction. So this dopamine hit will lead you into a vicious circle of interaction, and then it reopens the wound again. So you have to say, okay, no contact with this person, stop the contact, WhatsApp, whatever social media you have, block their number, don't see them anymore. You have to you have to acknowledge the grief. So you cry, you go to your room, and then start crying. If you need to cry, write a letter and then scrap it. Express your anger and hurt, uh, and then ritualistically destroy the letter, whatever. This grief is real and must be processed. If you don't process the grief, it will haunt you and it will stay. It will go in disguise, or it gets hidden deep, and it will cause panic attacks, which are real. That will happen to you after 1 week, 2 weeks, after some time. You don't know. One time, then you will see that these panic attacks are coming to you at night while sleeping, and sometimes during day, and you don't know what to do. And some panic attacks don't have any symptoms, like no heart racing, no sweating, no other all these physical things. They're just fear, great fear stemming from nothing, but actually they are deep subconscious traumas, such this as this trauma that has hidden inside your psyche, inside your mind, and then trying to get out uh, again without any physical body. So you have to acknowledge the grief, secure your environment, always keep your money in a safe place. The valuable things, like, for example, if you have a headphone, don't leave it lying like this. If you have a Bose headphone, or I don't know, these big brands with expensive items, don't keep expensive items lying around, because loose things just get, especially gold. If you're wearing a necklace or something, just make sure that you don't. You need to secure. So you have to address the wounds, especially if in our story here, the author is his sign is it believes in science. He's very passionate. He's Pisces, so he's very passionate. Uh, and when he loves, he puts all his passion in love. So in these things, he must learn to pair this immense capacity for love with strong discerning boundaries. So he should put boundaries. Boundaries are important to be put in the relationships, even with friends. So new boundary rule: trust is earned through consistent action over time. I'm reading something from here. So uh, so you earn trust over your actions. So if you want to test somebody, maybe you can leave $1, $2 like this lying around. If it is lost, then you know that this person has an issue with money. So he might, if I leave my money exposed like this, he might steal me. So uh, and you should know one thing here is that people prove their character slowly. So if you marry a woman, she will show you, or you will show your nature slowly. You will not show it directly in one shot, because during your engagement, different personalities were portrayed. So, or the two parties will not know each other until they are under the same roof, as they say. Address the second person scamming to you. So send them a this is urgent. This is urgent. You have to don't send them anything. Just block them. Don't contact them. Don't show them uh, any reaction. This is important also because this will trigger a discussion and it cause you emotional harm more than it will help you. So if somebody stole like something $50 from you and he's a friend, and then we wanted to confront him, and then he says, in this our case, in our scenario here, the author confronted the other person. The person said, "No, I don't know what you are talking about." And then the author realized, "Oh, I'm going into a bad discussion here." And then what will happen? What will happen is that the victim will be hurt more emotionally. That's why this person is denying. Why you are denying? You tell, I took the money, I need it. Why didn't you ask? This one question in the victim's head is, why, since they are so good friends, deep friends, why didn't the other person ask me for money? I would have given him. And many times I have, when he asked politely. One time he asked politely, "Can I have some money? I need the money." And the victim said, "Yes. How much you want? Tell me how much you want." He said, as much as you want. And he gave him 50, actually. So this was his story. So better not to call from the other person. So you have to politely but firmly. So in a second situation, it seems this guy, the victim, has been targeted by so many friends, has been systemically targeted by so many friends because of his nature. So the nature of this guy is not, he's not stupid, he's not naive, but emotionally inside is always afraid um, of being alone. So what he did is that uh, uh, there is another person st- who started to have symptoms, symptoms of such thing. One day when they are sitting together, the other guy just did something on his phone and then told the other guy, give me the victim to give me the OTP. So he gave him the OTP. And then again, there are 4 or 5 messages of withdrawal from his account. And then he consulted somebody, and that somebody told him, just send a polite message to this guy in an indirect way to show him that you already know what he's doing and do so that if he denies it or ghosted you, then you know that this person is also trying to scam you. So urgently do this. And what you need to do is do not lend money anymore. Do not engage in any joint financial thing, and apologize for that person. I'm sorry. So if this person gets angry or ghosted you or it became defensive, then also this person is a scammer. All this knowledge is important to be imparted to our children who are very sociable, because you might have two persons in your life, two children. One child is only introvert, so this child will not have such an experience. But the person who's very sociable in life and he has good nature and he has been raised in good manners, like religious manners, spiritual manners, all these things that, okay, all people are good. Just be kind and this, but some people are not kind. They have their agendas and these things. So please teach your children these things because they will save them from traumas in their life that they don't need to help them. In the case of our victim, we here a therapist or counselor has to be uh, to be consulted, of course, because this leaves a trauma, and in trauma, the trauma should be processed, and it cannot be processed by the same person. It has to be done by a specialist. So we all believe in science. So yeah. So uh, challenge the feeling that your life is near its end. The author has a very gloomy, what do you call, gloomy mood, that it's a kind of depression, mm, suicide. Not, let's not say suicide, but near suicide, something like that. They think that they are going to part very soon. That's why. Um, that's why they should see a counselor in order to process all the traumas in their life, just to uh, uh, to uh, to get out from this depressed mode. Uh, Lean on your other nice friends. So this one more advice is to lean on other friends. So you have good friends that you have been on and off, and they are good friends. They're not asking anything from you. You just go sit together, drink coffee, just speak, enjoy your time. So this is a very good advice, because it will remove the person, the victim, from the depressive mode, and put them in a different cheerful mode, that their nice friends and loving friends would pull them from it. So your real friends are your oxygen tank right now. Use them. This is the advice. So at phase 3, we'll talk about long-term rebuilding. So what we need to do here is reevaluate our hero archetype, the person who had the potential to be our hero, and was a fantasy we built around them. Like the person who hurt us, we built this archetype. In the future, we look for friends who are constantly, quietly kind and reliable. So we have to have them to be kind, reliable, and quietly kind, who doesn't show off. Not those who create drama and fascinating hero narratives. So these people, we have to make sure that we keep distance from them, and start new beginnings. Move to a new city. Uh, the new city is not a consolation; it's a blank state. So if you move to another city, like you move to another city, and now because they're sitting in the same place might be helpful for you, but then moving to another city is better, because you would start a blank slate. You build new relationships with the wisdom that you have gained from this experience, and you have a different mindset, and then you know how to choose your loving and uh, nice friends. What you need to do now to get out from the depressive mode is just to self love. And once you self love yourself, you will have a shield built. Actions will not define what a person is. So this is a motto that we should be in, or we should use in our life, and understand that actions don't define persons. Is this expression, action do not define what a person is spiritually notable but practically dangerous. So we are detaching the connotation from the person. A person actions are primary definition of their character. You can hold compassion for their struggles from a distance. So we can be compassionate with them, but okay, stay away from me. I don't want to be hurt from you again. So you must their actions guide your interaction. So whatever actions they are doing, we should interact accordingly. If they are, say they have intentions, we trust our intuition this time, then we just protect ourselves. Okay, I will see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. If somebody comes in the street and says, wants to hurt you, and know that they will do something to you or something bad, And then you say, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. I'll be in the same place, or tomorrow another class. So that's a kind of so you can have compassion for their struggle for these people and say, oh, poor people, so how they are acting like this. So you can have compassion towards these people, but still, uh, yeah, protect yourself, build a shield, love yourself. Don't be a victim. Don't victimize yourself by your actions. So what we learned here is the story here is the victim was victimized by a calculated betrayal by a skilled manipulator. So the manipulator was is a skilled one. Uh, his feelings of shock, trauma, and sadness are completely normal. So this person who was victimized had shock, had trauma, and had sadness, and these are uh, as a result of the betrayal of the skilled manipulator. So these are normal. What they are saying here, these emotions are normal. The bus is not to destroy our capacity of love. So we should not stop loving. We will not go to the opposite extreme. Okay, I was loving this person. From now on, I will not love anybody. I will only love myself. No, this is wrong also. We have to fortify ourselves. We have to, every experience, even if it's a bad experience, negative experience, it gives us more wisdom and more ways to shield ourselves and put boundaries. Okay, this person, he wants this thing from me. So I will just not let him. As we talked in our podcast of rape, that this person allowed the other person to enter their room, and then uh, what happened. So it's in that case that that person followed their intuition about the the person that entered the house unannounced, and then okay, go to their room and close it, and don't uh, open the door. Even the other person was knocking. So in this case, uh, what happened led to another two or three actions after that, and then incidents. And these incidents were handled properly because the first time when the incident happened, we gained confidence. So don't worry about right and wrong here, because life is experience. So whatever we experience in life will give us strength to if you are put in this similar situation or same situation, to analyze and say, okay, yes or no. So we have now like data in our database, our mind database, uh, to calculate, forecast what will happen if I do this. If I go to the door now, random body coming, knocking the door. What is the first thing you will do? You run to the door and open it. Hi, how are you? But what if this is a thief, or somebody wants to rob me, or whatever bad thing? We did not calculate that. But now, from now on, since I was that person was victimized, so the action will be who is at the door, or better not open the door completely if you are living in a risky area. And that in that case, you don't open the door. Let them knock the door down. Never mind. So what we get from today is these four things. Always cut the toxic people, the thief and the potential scammers. And how to know the thief and potential scammer? Because now we have experiences. We were robbed, we were scammed, we were whatever. We were living in areas where there is crime maybe, and then these things happen to us. So now we have, or happen to our friends, and they're telling us a story. So we gained wisdom, even not from our wisdom should not be the one, might not be the one that we experience ourselves. Maybe our friends tell us a story, and good friends, and then they say, okay, be careful. There's somebody who's roaming around, knocking doors. Don't open to them. So this is one, cutting out toxic people, leaning on genuine people. And this is also by, as we said, they are quiet, kind, and reliable persons. They don't create dramatic narrative or a hero so to speak, hero narrative. They are good people, reliable every time, all the time. Third thing, you have to seek professional help to remove this trauma. And then fourth thing is rebuild intuition. Okay, always listen to your intuition because this is what saves many of us in many times, and this is our experience. So you have been in a hardship, and it is not beyond repair. And everything in psychology can be repaired. So this experience will forge you uh, for people who make your kindness stronger. It makes your kindness towards people stronger, and you become more resilient. You deserve friendships. So let's say you deserve friendships that are as pure and life giving as the oxygen you value. Do not let the actions of a cheap thief convince you otherwise. Thank you for attending. If you have any questions, as usual, please drop drop me an email or comment on this video. Thank you for attending.